How goes it, guys? We are back, and I'm going to be talking about, of course, the Team Water thing that I've been seeing everywhere on Instagram and stuff. It's basically another MrBeast charity that is gonna 100% of the profits that they make from people that donate and the merch that they're selling, called hashtag Team Water, which doesn't have very unique designs. I think if you want to make something profitable, a charity, you don't have to put the charity's name everywhere. You can probably do some unique designs and everything like that. But that's just my opinion, of course. Now, to the case when it comes to charity, I think charities are a huge scam. It sounds bad. I know some charities help out, but like majority of charities are just there for basically hope. It's never gonna happen. Like if you look at the cancer cure research and stuff like that, even if there is a cure for cancer one day, they're not gonna release it. They make too much money from the chemotherapy and stuff like that. So it's in my eyes, it's a huge scam. It's just basically there for the people organizing the charity to make a few $1 million and then also proceed to use the rest to fund whatever they want to do. So that's my view on charity. So when I saw this, I already didn't have a good like outlook on it. So I am probably very biased about charity work. But the most important thing is that it's MrBeast running the charity, in my opinion. He's, in my opinion, of course, I'm gonna say that a lot because it is just my opinion. But in my opinion, he's not a very trustable guy to be managing the funds for charity. And it's just another pointless charity, in my opinion. I'm gonna show you, well, not show you, I'm gonna tell you the points that I've like done the calculations and stuff. So he said that his goal for this charity is to raise $40 million, which is a lot of dollars. I don't know what he's gonna do. If he's gonna buy water for the people, 1 liter bottle costs between $1 and $2. So it's 1.5. I'm gonna take the average at, and if you do the sums, it's basically like 26 million liters of water that you can buy bottled, which is not a lot. You think millions is a lot, but 100, well, like not what, yeah, 1 million people go through 100 million liters per day. That's like the average statistic that I've come upon doing my research. And I'm not going to put the research on here. You can go do the research for yourself to see it's actually a scam. It's actually fun to research stuff like this, so I'm going to leave that to you. But yeah, it's very scamish. If he wants to buy water from, like, let's say a municipality or whatever, I'm going to put it at $0.5, which is 50 cents per, so that's like 80 million. Yeah, it's 80 million liters of water, which is also not enough to run 1 million people for a day. So it got me thinking, like what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do? And then I went to do some more research and saw that it's very vague. It says hashtag Team Water will be one of the biggest, baddest, most impactful campaigns of all time. Baddest is not a word that I would put in a campaign. I know what you mean, but it is gonna be the baddest one, but just not like in the sense that you mean it. And then it's all Team Water donations go directly to funding real sustainable clean water access, building long-lasting infrastructures in a partnership with communities. Hashtag Team Water will use different technologies depending on what's the most appropriate for each community context, climate, and needs. Now, I I didn't look how much it costs to make a wind pump. Like I I have an estimated value in my head, but let's quickly see how much it costs to install a wind pump. I think it's a wind pump. I don't know how much to install wind. Okay, so the estimated price for one is around 2,790 rand for just like a basic wind pump. Now, the reason why I think they're going to install basic wind pumps is because it's not very accessible areas. You're gonna have to maintain it and all of these things. So that's just like to install it. But in my opinion, it's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be hiring the people, to actually install the wind pump, getting the materials there to actually install the wind pump, the travel fees to get there, because most of these people are very isolated. They live in the middle of the desert somewhere. South Africa has a lot of deserts. Africa has a lot of deserts, or just like waterless habitats. I don't know. I think it's mostly deserts, you know, where these people are struggling to get water, so they have to have wind pumps so it can go deep, or they have boreholes. You know, it's gonna almost be the same price. Wind pumps basically just a borehole, but it just uses wind energy instead of electricity to pump the water up. But yeah, so my estimated value per one is gonna be my estimated like minimum is 250 to get the resources there, the labor, all of these things, you know. And then I'm gonna push it up to like 500 for upkeep, regular upkeep, because I don't know, maybe my estimates are wrong, but in my opinion these estimations are probably fucking correct, you know. So that's like 500 per windmill, 500,000 per windmill. Now that's 80 windmills. Sure, that'll help, like let's say you build one per village or whatever happens, you know, because most of the time there's probably going to be more windmills in bigger cities. Oh, well, not cities, they've got little rural towns maybe or something like that, I don't know. But it's just going to come down to 80. Let's say the average stats of like people living in that area at that time, because they don't have water and all of the deaths happening and stuff, let's say it's 100. I think that's also optimistic for 100 people to be there, but I'm gonna say 100, you know, and you can install 80 wind pumps. That's like 80,000 people, right? No, my maths is way off. No, it is 80,000, right? I think. No, it's 8,000. Nah, let's pull up my calculator because I'm very, very tired right now. I'm pretty sure that has to be 80,000, right? Okay, it's 8,000, but I'm gonna estimate 80,000 because that just doesn't seem right. So I'm gonna push it up to a very you know, not so unique number, which is 1,000 of people living in a village, which is also highly unlikely. So I'm gonna say max that you can do is 80,000 people, you know. Max is 80,000 people. Now I'm being very lenient here. 80,000 people, it's still a lot of people you're helping and all of that, yes. But it's like, imagine you're a guy living in one of these villages. Let's say you have internet access, which is also highly unlikely because you don't even have water. And you see MrBeast is going to do this thing, and you're basically just in a lucky draw of which village is going to get water, which one of the 2 billion people out there that don't have suitable water access is going to get clean water to drink, you know. So it's very like, it's very dumb in my opinion, you know. You're giving people hope, you're doing all of these things, and then you're just going to help a little part of the community, you know, a very minor part of the community, like very out of 2 billion, you're only max gonna help 80,000 people. Now it's good to help these people, but again, then you have to think about the other people that are getting excluded and all of these things. That's why I feel like charity is not a really good thing, you know, because yes, it helps people, but there's also a lot of people that get excluded out of this. So it's just a giant fucking scam to make a quick buck. And I think MrBeast is gonna make money out of this. If he's not, it's just bragging rights. So when he fucks over someone else in the future, he hires another sexual offender or just scams people again, you know, he's gonna just throw it into their face that he has done charity, and this is just another quiver in that arrow in that quiver. Sorry, I'm very tired. I don't know if you can realize that, but yeah, it's not a very sustainable thing to do, you know. It's a waste of money. If you want to help people, rather have a charity that opens for a long period of time. I don't know how long this is gonna last. I think it's not a Team Trees thing. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I think it's not a Team Trees thing. So basically he's gonna just stop it off the while. I don't think Team Trees is still a thing, right? They're not planting trees anymore. Let's see. Team Trees, hashtag Team Trees, it's still open. Yeah, but okay, so last time I checked was like a few years ago, and it was at 20 million. It's at 24 million now, so there's 4 million that has been donated again. But yet again, it's not gonna happen. Most of his money that he's getting is by peer pressuring streamers and YouTubers online to get the money, basically scamming them out of their money, to do something that will help only a slight portion of the people suffering, you know, giving hope to the people thinking they're going to get water, and then unlucky, you're just not one of the villagers that are able to get a wind pump. Whatever he's going to do, like I said, whatever he's going to do, max that he's going to be able to do is 80,000 people, in my opinion. So yet again, it's just a massive scam. I don't know that's just how I feel about it. I just thought I wanted to talk about it because I don't also know what happened to his face, but he's looking fucking horrifying right now. He's always had that smile of like just like the dead eyes and the massive wide smile, but now it just looks even fucking freakier. He also has like this Donald Trump color on him. When I saw him on the Instagram reels and stuff, maybe it's just Instagram struggling to import what color he actually is or whatever. But I don't know, man. He's had weird stuff. But the thing that disappoints me the most is that his future wife, whatever her name is, I forgot. She's South African, I'm pretty sure. So I thought as South Africans we had a bit more, spine, more moral values to try and scam people out of money. But apparently, if you marry someone that has a lot of money, you will do anything to stick with them, even help him scam people. So that's just another dig I wanted to throw in there. So yeah, just enjoy the money that you're making from this, MrBeast. 100% are definitely not going to the to the cause. Everyone always says 100% goes to the cause, but a charity has people it has to hire. It has people that needs to run the stuff, the websites, all of these things. So it's definitely not all going to charity. It's some of it's going into the MrBeast company, of course, to pay the people. And yeah, so that's all I want to say about this. If you disagree with me, by all means go ahead. Everyone has their right to disagree and agree with things. But yeah, just this is how I feel about this situation. I feel like it's a massive scam again, and it's not gonna help as many people as you think it would. So it's not actually worth doing this unless you have a long-term goal, which they probably don't. You're gonna have to keep pushing this. It's different if you're a YouTuber and you have one charity. That one charity gets, if you plug it each time, it constantly gets all the money, and you get to like, just get more money to do more things to help more people. But it's different if you have every week you have a different charity that you're working with or for created, and that's what MrBeast is in my eyes. He just creates different charities. He does minimal things which doesn't actually help the earth or whatever he wants to do that much, but you think it does, and then he starts another one in a few years. It's very annoying that people don't know that he's just scamming people. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this situation. If you guys end up enjoying me just ranting on about this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, notify yourself, and upload my brilliant content by clicking the notification bell. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!